Since the turn of the 21st century, the internet has become a veritable platform for thriving businesses. Considering the internet revolution in Africa and Nigeria and the opportunities that abound, the American Internet Business School hosted its second summit in Lagos with Dr. Pebanwo, CEO of Afrinet Business Solutions, speaking on the dynamics of the internet business ranging from blogging, digital marketing, and freelancing.
For those of us who don't have a job, those who have a job who want to make extra income, those who have a company but will not mind extra money on the side and all of that stuff, the reason why you want to do that is because you don't do interview. You don't do, there's no need for experience. You have flexible timing. You have huge options. There's a level playing field. On the internet, nobody knows anybody. Okay? They only know you by the work you do on the internet, by the SEO you do, by the advertising you do, by the kind of website you build. So it's a level playing field where a totally unknown person can outsell and outwork, just like Ronald will talk about, outsell, outwork, and make money than bigger names, because it's a whole new terrain. The most important lesson you can learn today, if you are interested in making money on the personal level online, is that you need to pick a niche and you need to stick with it. Come rain, shine, die, 2 years. And I'll tell you why. The equivalent of what all of us do, those of us who have tried to make money online before and have not made any money, I can say with almost no fear of contradiction that the major reason you didn't make it was you took your eye away from what you started out with. And number two, you are not consistent. Those are the two things you need. If you want to be a lawyer and you get into law school, I read law in Ife. I did my master's in Unilag. When you go to Ife, you become a lawyer. You are one law. Have you ever had somebody that come to you the next day after leaving class say, I want to be a doctor now, and go and enroll in medical school too? And then 2 weeks later, I say, engineering is selling. Oh, I want to be an engineer. Have you seen that? No. Answer me now. So why do you think it's different on the internet? But that's what we do. Because blogging is a whole profession on its own. Linda Akeji did not get to 25 million, 30. That's how much that girl is making. 25 million to 30 million a month without trying. Because she could make ×5 with that blog. Focus is number one, because you're going to repeat this after me later. Focus means a tight niche. Number two, consistency. Now you don't have to blog 5 times a day, don't get me wrong. Depending on the niche that you're in. Even as there are some niches that you might be in that you don't have to blog even more than once a week. Okay, but the important thing is you have to be consistent. An entertainment blog cannot be effective without having at least 5 blogs a day. Linda does about 20 now, 20, 25. Why? Because there's a lot of entertaining things happening in Nigeria. In one place, a 7-man National Assembly will impeach 26, you know. So you have to talk about it. The president's wife is going to go somewhere and is going to save my fellow widows. You understand that? There's a lot of entertaining stuff that is happening in Nigeria. So you cannot have an effective entertainment blog without blogging 5, 6, 7 times a day, because new things are happening. The Linda model is not necessarily everybody's model. All right, if you have a legal blog, the one of the hottest blog, when somebody told me the kind of money, and the beauty about internet is that if I tell you this how much I'm making on this blog, you can basically verify it to a large extent. Nobody can lie to you. So when I went in there, monile.com, when I'm hearing that guy is going home every month with about 20 million, I say, what is Monile? I go there and I record, I don't know if he's a lawyer, okay, but it's a legal blog that is dedicated to land issues. He does not want to know about constitutional rights. He does not want to know about divorce. He doesn't want to, but anything about land, if you get in there, how to avoid the money, stealing your money, how to verify your property, a new property that is out there, challenges to real estate in Lagos. Everything about land is on omonile.com. And guess what? We lawyers go there. Any lawyer that is dealing with land must go and land there, because the guy brings incisive articles out every day, every week on land. And now all of a sudden when you go there now, you see law reports being sold. You see services to help you check your land being offered there. And people are taking it. So anything, your daily pulpit, a collaborative space, a political soapbox, a breaking news outlet, a collection of links, your private thoughts, a picture wall, that will surprise you how hot that one is now, Pinterest. The important thing is the pictures are changing. There are good things coming out. You are encouraging people to post pictures. So it can be anything. That's why I like it the most. For somebody who has a job, for instance, they are still making ends meet. Some are like most of us here, the ones that are sent by companies and the ones that own their own companies. Blogging might be something you want to consider seriously in the sense that it's something you can do with your job. You can do it at your own time. All right? If you open it, you know that, okay, maybe my blogging time is when I wake up before I get in the bathroom. Because your blogging doesn't have to be more than a page. It doesn't have to be more than half a page. Everything depends on what your market is interested in.
Participants shared their experience at the summit.
I came here out of curiosity because I'm very much interested in the internet. I mean, internet is the biggest thing in the world right now in terms of globalization and doing business and all that. So I came to see what exactly it has to offer and how I can utilize it in my own business activities.
I've learned so much, but the area I would like to talk about is on blogging. I've learned so much on blogging, how to start my own blog, on relationship, because I'm a single mother and I know a lot of people are facing some challenges in that area. How to be able to move ahead, how to be able to impact life in some people. That is what I've learned basically. To talk about the challenges, how to forge ahead, how to fit into the society again by dropping some tips on your blog while other people come there to learn.
Mr. Lynn Coates, president of the Coates Group, United States of America, and guest speaker at the summit, shared how Nigeria can deploy the internet effectively to transform its economy.
One of the things I've noticed in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, is that entrepreneurialism is not as much as it is in other countries, or at least in the U.S., and I'm seeing it happen. I'm seeing, before my eyes, since I've been here from one year to the next, I can see more people getting the entrepreneurial spirit and wanting to create their own business, become freelancers, or do whatever it is to take care of themselves, and to kind of not be relying on the government to take care of them. They want to learn how to take care of themselves and earn their own living. So I've seen a lot, just in the last year. Computer programming, if they can get that, because whether it's in Java or PHP, any of those are huge. Learning freelancing things, copywriting, data, learning data analytics, because one of the things I found so far is virtually no company that I've worked with so far in Nigeria understands tracking and understands how to get the most ROI, return on their investment for the money that they're spending online. So you start to see these, if these kids will start to learn a little bit about data and understanding how to track data and stuff like that, it would be huge. But just programming and video is a huge one. Learning how to create videos online, and there's tons of programs out there because people like to watch them and stuff. So doing video is huge as well. As I said in the presentation, I can see your next internet, for U.S. terms, millionaires, or Nigerian millionaires coming from the internet, because once you get the broadband more available to people, then it's going to spur on so much entrepreneurialism and easy access to people to make more money online. And as soon as they can learn to check out a little quicker and those checkout processes happen, it's going to be huge here.
Dr. Pebanwo, host of the summit, speaks on the essence of the summit and the value it will create for participants and the economy overall.
Well, like I've always said, I believe that Nigeria is on the threshold of finally catching up with the world in terms of utilizing the internet for business. And a summit like this basically helps many companies, as you can see, and individuals to understand the dynamics and the things they need to do to be able to make their companies more competitive online. And we believe that a summit like this, with experts from the US and from Nigeria, training people on different areas of the internet, can only help Nigerian companies. Some of the things we have talked about today is mind-blowing for some of them when you start talking about how to use an autoresponder to be able to communicate better with your clients. Many of them have not even heard of that, and some of them are directors from big companies. So we feel that this summit is adding a lot of value to people in terms of what is out there, how they can use retargeting on social media to re-engage their customers on a daily basis, how they can increase sales with power of the internet. So we are so excited to be able to impact companies and individuals on this level where we can bring them up to date to what is working, what is not working, and how, more importantly for somebody like me, how that person who is unemployed or that person who is underemployed can actually take his own destiny in his own hands and be able to make himself an entrepreneur or a netpreneur, as you wish, to make money for himself instead of waiting on government. And for those who work for companies, how they can bring value to their companies by learning things that can make their companies more competitive on the internet. I believe that the fastest solution to Nigeria's unemployment problem is the internet, okay? Because there's only so much people can hire people if there is no job, all right? The fact that we have such a high unemployment rate among the youths, okay, it's inevitable because the youths are supposed to work somewhere, but if there is no job, anybody can talk all the English they want. They're not going to employ them. But the internet creates a solution where people can employ themselves to a point where even what they are getting paid, if they work for other people, will be small compared to what they can make for themselves. So if only governments can focus on internet as a solution to unemployment, because less than 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 naira, you can train somebody to be fully engaged on the internet as a freelancer, as a professional, and anybody who is unemployed right now, who is underemployed, can quickly learn within a few months. I'm not saying overnight, that one is just lying to you, but within 6 months to 1 year, to figure out how to make money on the internet for themselves. It is easy, it's being done every day. We are seeing youths who are making awesome money in less than a year in this. So we feel that the fastest route to reducing unemployment rate drastically in Nigeria is to train our youths how to maximize the internet for income for themselves in a legitimate way. And there are thousands of opportunities out there, ranging from the simple to the complicated. Okay, even proofreading, reading, writing books for people, doing designs for people, software, learning software, mobile apps. All those are on the internet that you can learn very easily. We have even set up a school, American Internet Business School, where you can go and learn some of these things and then offer your services to the whole wide world. So you are no longer limited to the job opportunities that are available in Nigeria. You can take advantage of the job opportunities available in Australia, in Sri Lanka, in Iceland, just by staying here. And that's what this is all about, so that people can learn how to do that effectively.
The second American Internet Business Summit is a laudable effort, and it is expected that it will inspire creativity and innovation for a teeming young population in Nigeria.